So some clever engineers decide if you groove it, then the shuttle can stay on course more tightly, and that was then borrowed for the freeway system. So here, I got another one. Consider that Muslims, part of the rituals of being a Muslim is you're cleaning your hands and your feet. And your ears and your nose, and there's a cleansing daily. But just think about this. Back then, nobody's showering every day. But some funky times. Okay, there's some people don't shower every day today, but you could. And United States, we probably take more showers than anybody else in the world from the research I've done on that. But point is, if a disease comes through and it comes from contact or some other thing because you're dirty, you get sick and the Muslims don't.
Oh, so they seem powerful.
Oh my gosh! And you're Christian and they're Muslims. You're saying they put a hex on me. Damn. These heathens. Okay.
Wow.
This is how this can happen. I got another one. You ready? So we would later learn that many of the plagues were from a flea. Okay.
Oh,
so now watch. So the flea would get infected and would bite you, and you'd get the plague. Okay.
Okay.
The plagues have killed more people than more than wars. Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right. So now watch what happens. Where did the fleas come from? We would later learn they came from rats and mice. Okay, that were infected with the plague. If you owned a cat, you didn't have mice.
So you didn't get the plague.
You didn't get the plague. No, wait a minute. Who owned cats? Well, there are many women that owned cats.
So women didn't get the plague, and they were therefore sorcerers.
They were witches.
Damn.
And you still associate a cat with a witch to this day. This is what happens when you live in a pre-scientific era.
Wow.
The blame game begins. So what they decided to do is for people who are about to die, they would write a message facing upwards to the ceiling above the bed and suspend it there. So if a person goes above their bed and looks down, they'd be able to read the message. So when they rejoin their body, they should then tell us what message they saw. That's never happened. It's just... Now, I have a cousin who, when her father died, was alone with him in the room, and he's in an open casket. And she's otherwise completely rational, okay? I'm not saying this is a crazy person. She's a real estate agent. She tells me of a conversation she had with her dead father. And I said, was it in your mind? No, he sat up and spoke to her. I said, what was the conversation? And she said, well, he said, don't worry about him. He's in a better place, this sort of thing. So this is her eyewitness testimony.